Hello everyone and welcome to today's video. I am KoiVAppa. Unfortunately, KoiV will not be joining us today. He will be back in the next video. So today I would like to go over some things that we did not cover in the last pets update video, and I will be taking a closer look at the pets and pose the question, is it worth having a pet? So yes, they do look cool, but do they provide any real benefits? Before we get started, there's one thing I wanted to add to our last video. If you have not already seen it, go check it out. We do a deep dive into the pet shop where we are right now, and the eggs that you can see behind me, and all the various different variations of those pets that you can get from those eggs. In playing the game over the last few days, I have noticed that even though the percentages of getting a mythic turtle are the same as the monkey and the parrot, it does seem much harder to get the mythic turtle than it is to get the monkey or the parrot. So I think the turtle is quite a few people's favorites, and I think you'll find that you'll be standing in front of that egg, buying it over and over and over again before you do actually get a turtle. You may get 2 or even 3 mythic monkeys or parrots before you get the mythic turtle. So I'm just wondering if that is something that they might fix up in some future updates. Okay, I'm just over here at Ancient Shores, which is one of my favorite places to do fishing. I'm equipped with my pet, which is the magic mythic monkey. His name is Ozzy. So what I want to do here is have a closer look at the pet's abilities. So if we go into my backpack and then click on the pets tab, you'll see that I've got 3 of the epic, 3 of the legendary, and just 2 of the mythic at the moment. I am of course missing the parrot. So the first thing you'll notice is that the epics have 3 abilities, while the other 2 legendary and mythic have 4 abilities. They have different percentages. Those percentages are the same across the 3 pets. So as you can see, for epic it is 5, 3 and 5. For the legendary it's 5, 4, 5, 5, and then for the mythic it is 5 across the board. So there is a bit of confusion as to what each of those abilities do. Some of them are fairly self-evident, and you will already know from using the different fishing rods that are available in the game. So there are some new ones. So I might just quickly go through them. So the first one is the reeling speed, which I think here is for legendary and epic. No, legendary, just legendary. So I don't have any of the uncommon, common or rare pets. So some of these abilities might be on those, but I don't have any, so I'm not too sure which are in which. But for the reeling speed, it's fairly self-evident. It just decreases the time it takes to reel in a fish once it's on the hook. So that brings me on to the next one, which is the hook speed itself. So you got that in epic, you've got it not in legendary, and we do have it in the mythic as well. So the hook speed just decreases the time that you have to wait before you hook a fish. That leads me to the next one, which is the bait size. So the bait size increases your chances of getting a fish that is either baby, small, large or huge. These fish do bring in more coins once you sell them to caster. So you obviously want more of these type fishes than you do want the normal fishes to get more money. So you have that on the epic one, yep, legendary one, and you also have that on the mythic one. So the next one is the damage, which I think is only available in the legendary of these 3. So the damage just will increase the damage that you do to orcas and sharks when you're hunting them with your spear. So that's fairly clear as well. The next one, second last one, is the strength. So I think it's only in epic that you have the strength. Yep, that's right. So the strength is where the fish will stay on the hook for longer. I made a boo-boo, yeah. And then the last one is mutation, which I think is the best one. So mutation, which we have here in legendary, not epic, and mythic. What that does is just increases your chances of catching a glow or albino fish. The whole point of the pets update is to help you complete that fishing index achievement. So if we have a very quick look at that we have to go back in here. So if we go back into the fish index, and then we go Ancient Shores, and we go, for example, the tigerfish, which is my favorite fish, you'll see that I've caught all of the just the normal fish. I've only got 2 of the albino, I've got 2 of the uncommon and 1 of the common, but I've caught none of the other ones. So that mutation ability will help you catch these other types of variations of of this fish and all the other fish, of course, as well. So if you look at the piranha, for example, which is a legendary fish, I have caught a few more of those ones, but not, again, any of the mythic or the legendary or is this rare or epic? I can't remember. I think this is the epic. So I haven't caught any of them, but the mutations ability will help you catch those fish as well. So all of that is to help you complete that achievement. There's over 2,000, I think 120 different fish in the index itself. So there's a lot of fish to catch. And if we have a look at my one, I think I've only caught 377. So I've got a long way to go, and these pets will help with that. So I think that's definitely a welcome inclusion to the game to try and help you complete that achievement. So I'm here with my pet Ozzy, which is quite appropriate given I am recording this video in Australia. And there's just one or two things that I wanted to talk about which I don't like about the update at the moment. Now this may change in future updates, but for the moment I think it's a real pain when you're trying to sell your pets. So you've probably been in the pet shop and you've probably stood in front of one of those eggs, more than likely the royal egg, and you may have bought maybe up to 100, 200 pets trying to get those 3 mythic pets that you're probably looking for. Now when you go back out, you'll find that your backpack is full of pets that you don't need or you don't want, or there's just a whole bunch of duplication. So having to sell each one of those pets individually at the moment is a real pain. So I do hope that they maybe update the game in the future where you can sell a whole bunch of them together, just like you can do with your fishing rods, where you have an option where you can sell all but one. So if you want to sell all your normal monkeys, then example, you can sell them all except for one and just keep that one monkey, normal one, in your backpack. I think that would be a real good addition in the future. Now the other thing which I think a lot of people have asked for, and I again expect will come sometime down the line, is your ability to name your pet. So while I don't mind having a pet monkey called Ozzy, I think it's very appropriate, like I've said, I obviously would like to also maybe call him something else. So if I had an option of being able to do that, I think that would be really cool. I don't know how they're going to maybe do that down the line, whether it's going to cost you gems or buy a game pass or something along those lines, but I think it'd be something definitely worthwhile adding. Now my biggest bugbear at the moment is that there's no easy way to unequip your pet. So a little bit later in this video, I'm going to be going through some of the percentages that I did with fishing with the pet and without the pet. And when I was trying to do the fishing without the pet, I wanted to go in and unequip it, but then I realized that there's actually no real easy way of doing it. So the 2 ways that I've found are that you can either reset your character, which will take you back to your spawn point in Port Jackson, and you won't have your pet equipped, and then you can just continue to do what you want to do without it being equipped. And of course you can then re-equip it if you wanted. Or the other way is to go into your backpack, equip a pet that you don't want, and then sell it, and then you'll have no pets equipped. Now they're the 2 ways that I know of. There might be other ways I'm just not thinking of or I haven't thought of. It might be a bit more obvious than the way I'm doing it. If there is, by all means, leave it in the comments below. I'd love to know if there's any other ways of unequipping your pets except for the 2 that I've just mentioned, which are very cumbersome and they do take a bit of time, and they are a bit of an inconvenience. So I think that's definitely something as well I'd like to see, maybe just an extra button inside here where you've got your pets, and then when you click on a pet, if it is currently equipped, then it'd be nice just to see a button over here or something like that that says unequip, and then you have no pets equipped at all. So look, there's probably not going to be many situations where you don't want the pet equipped, but if that's something that you do want, it's just not easy to do right now. Okay, so I've just made my way over to one of the logs here on the river, which is where I do most of my fishing. So over the last 2 days, I've done 4 rounds of fishing. 4 rounds with my pet and 4 rounds without my pet. So given the size of my backpack, that's about 780 fish that I caught with the pet and without the pet. So I've done what I did was I've done some stats and recording of the fish that I caught. So I was only looking at the mythic tigerfish and the legendary piranha. And you will see, I'll put it up on the screen now in a second, there are some very small variations in regards to the numbers and the percentages of those fish caught with the pet and without the pet. And as you can see, there is an increase in the number of percentages and numbers for each of the fish and their variations with the pet. So if we go back to the question I posed at the start of this video as to whether it's worthwhile in having a pet, then I think those numbers kind of speak for themselves, and I think the answer would definitely be yes. So while the pet obviously does look very cool, some of them are very awesome looking, is it worth having one while you're fishing? I think it is. And given the fact that, you know, the pet shop itself will have that ability to update their abilities in the future, I think those percentages are only going to get bigger again, which does help you to complete that fishing index achievement, which is the whole reason for this pets update. So I'm back at Patricia's pet shop at Port Jackson, and one thing you will notice that if you have your pet monkey equipped is that he does scratch his bottom quite a lot, and that's probably one of the reasons why I actually have my pet monkey equipped most of the time. I think it's quite funny and hilarious. The parrots and the turtles obviously don't do that, so I think that's a nice little touch that the developers have added. So that is it for today's video. If you do like this video, do hit that like button. If you are new here, please do consider subscribing. We do make lots of Roblox videos, and if you are already a subscriber, thank you for your support. We really do appreciate it. We've had a number of new subscribers over the last week or two, and we hope that does continue so we can grow the channel. So we'll see you in the next video, and thanks for watching. Bye bye guys. Bye.